the most deadly weapons of all time are getting a makeover as modern technology puts a new spin on the ancient past. Chad Housenick leads the way, 1 part engineer and 2 parts mad scientist, whilst I, Mike Loads, explore these weapons' time and place before putting Chad's creations to the test. Today, we're setting out to uncover the secrets of the close-quarter weapon of the Sikhs, the Chakram. Will Chad become the spin doctor or lose his head trying? Good morning!
Hey! Mike!
How are you?
You threw me for a loop there. Actually,
sorry about that. I wouldn't have hit you, really.
looks like you threw a loop at me.
I have an odd job for you.
I thought you were odd job.
Well, that's kind of the idea, but I want you to build me a circular knife.
Can I use circular logic?
The secret of Odd Job's hat is this. It's called the Chakram, or the Chakra.
Nifty.
It's an ancient Indian weapon.
Where's the handle?
There's no handle. It's thrown like this, or... In fact, why don't you set me up some targets? Let me get out of these silly clothes.
Well, no, that's a good look for you.
You think? You think it's a good look? You like it? Good. Excellent. A target. Now, leaving your monkey business aside, the Chakram.
The Chakram.
It was the shock attack weapon of the Sikhs, a terrifying shock attack weapon.
What do you mean?
They were an arsenal. Every man was bristling with these things. They had small ones up their arms, they had big ones around their neck, they had these ones stacked up in tiers up very tall turbans.
And did the Sikhs have a habit of being buried with all 10 of their digits? I mean, this thing seems as dangerous to me as it does to my enemy.
Well, there's obviously something in the technique, and from what I can tell from the pictures, they're either throwing it like this, like a killer frisbee, the blade's coming away from the hand, or they're throwing it open-handed like that, or sometimes they twirl them like this.
I can handle this blade without, hurting myself. But I don't get it. I mean, what's wrong with just like a regular old, throwing knife? Well, it worked. Good shot, by the way. Thank you.
Except that you have to go and talk to the enemy and ask for their permission if you can pace out the distance, because it's all determined on having the right point on the blade at a certain distance to do the job.
That's true. I mean, this has always got the business end forward.
It seems deceptively simple, a metal ring with a sharp edge. But it's so simple, improving it could be a challenge. So can you build me a circular knife that will be more powerful, more accurate, just as versatile and portable as all the bristling chakra of the Sikhs?
I don't know that there's so much I can do with this, but what I can certainly do, I think, is probably improve the delivery system. I don't know. Let me ponder over it a little bit.
Okay, well, while you're pondering, I'm going to go to India.
All right.
And find out about the culture and how these things are really used.
All righty.
I'll see you in a little over a week.
Have fun.
I've been told to head to the city of Amritsar in the northwestern part of India, about 30 miles from the Pakistani border. Here come the Akali Nihangs. They're in full battle cry. Terrifying warriors. They're bristling with weapons. But their signature weapon was this, the Chakram. It's a dangerous throwing weapon. And it isn't just thrown by warriors on foot. They also throw it from horseback when circling a block of infantry. Only when they get alongside can they throw them like that. Can you imagine them going round and round the enemy, circling the flank, turning around, hurling their chakras into them, causing absolute devastation? The Chakram wasn't only for extreme close quarters. It could be thrown a relatively long way. How long away, I wonder? bad for a first effort. So put a bit more into that. Oh, that wasn't even as good. One more. This is the one. That was at least a good straight throw. So I reckon that's about 30 yards, which is not bad for a novice, and I'm sure an expert could probably get 40 or 50. But range isn't the issue, Chad. Versatility is the issue. That's what you've got to crack. As if 20 ways of throwing it from the ground and from horses wasn't enough, they also threw the chakra from elephants. They would hurl them down on their enemies. This is a devastating war machine, absolutely raining them down.
Careful what you start, mister. You might just have to finish it.
I got some kind of weird message on my machine about some kind of Sikh throwing ring thing of death.
Yes.
What was that all about? I figured it had something to do with these toys, so I picked them up.
Well, it's quite similar. This is a chakram.
Aha.
Okay, it's the flying, spinning razor blade of Sikh death. It's like that sort of like, last 10, 20, 30 yards, melee shock weapon.
I see.
As Mr. Loads describes
it's like a frisbee.
Well, it's like a flying, spinning frisbee razor blade of death.
So it's like a throwing ring.
So let's go fling something.
All right, Tim, let me show you the problem I was having the other day with these things rolling. And it seemed to do it with everything. Rings, dinner plates, silver pagodas, grinder discs.
Well, I noticed you were doing it with these things.
Yeah, give those a shot.
Yeah, when I was shooting these, they were kind of falling over to one side.
Yeah,
they're just, yeah. Now what happens when you throw those?
Well, it's the same thing. It's like what happens is it starts to tip and then it banks. It like rolls over and then it...
Yeah.
No matter what kind of disc I throw, it rolls off to the side. Every single time.
I don't know. Anyways, there's something going on here that I haven't got a clue.
I think we got to go to the BPOR research lab.
Just been given access to the immortal tower. It's in the precincts of the Golden Temple, and there's padlocks down there. Not everybody gets to come up here. And these walls are covered with beautiful paintings of early Nihang life. Just there is Brahma and Shiva and Vishnu greeting the first Guru, Guru Nanak, at the Golden Temple. And almost everywhere you look, there are early Nihangs bristling with their chakrams. They've got chakrams around their turbans. They're tall turbans they wore then. They can get many, many, many chakras around their turbans. They've got them on their arms, they've got them in their hands, they've got them over their neck. The chakra is a symbol also in the halos. This is the symbol of the Nihangs, the symbol of the Sikhs. Chakras are everywhere.
I've seen the terror of an Akali Nihang Chakram charge, and now I'm going to try and make friends with them.
This is the Golden Temple at Amritsar. Stunningly beautiful. It is the heart, the hub of Sikhism. This is where people come from all over the world.
For 400 years, the Akali Nihangs have regarded themselves as the defenders of the Sikh faith. They are nomads, but I've managed to catch up with them at their camp. They're armed with all manner of weapons, but it is the chakram they value the most.
This is the traditional greeting of the Nihangs. It basically means that the Khalsa, that's them, belong to the great Guru.
Here they're mixing a cannabis drink called bhang,
which they use to make them fearless in battle, and they feed it to their horses and to their elephants. Now, these are the warriors, a great warrior tradition, and the Nihangs are the protectors of Sikhdom. That's their role in the religion. They're not all Sikhs are Nihangs, but Nihangs are a sect of Sikhs who are the warrior sect. They worship weapons because the weapons defend the faith. So here comes Nihang infantry. You can see they're coming in single file. All I've got is this bunch of melons. Very difficult to shoot at that small file. Now they're spreading out into formation. Any minute now they're going to start attacking me. They're bowling their chakra on their arms, swinging them in. I can't shoot back. It's very, very difficult. Wow, that was pretty hairy. Now, that kept me and my melons pinned down. There is no way that we could have got a shot off during that. And now they're upon us.
Sikh weapons expert Nidar Singh is going to show me the finer points of chakram use.
You were throwing this in lots of different ways. You were doing an underarm one?
Yeah,
What's
underarm
that all about?
taken this way. Chutki here, it's called Chutki method. Footwork like this. As you're running along, you're targeting ankles, knees, heads.
So it's enabling you to throw while you're on the run. That important bit of closing when the enemy could be using spears or bows or muskets to shoot you. Other methods you were using once you got here, once you were standing.
One method is to throw this way, but cross the lines. So that way. Second method is cross that way.
So that's when they were winging all over my head. They were going everywhere. Yeah. And that looks to be a more powerful thing. But you're not taking it back like this.
Never back, because we have lines next to us, so we don't.
Because if this man's here, you're pretty tight formation. Yeah. So I've got to sort of bring it in here and.
That's it.
Yeah, and it sticks in.
It sticks in. It'll ricochet if it's done proper.
That would be the other thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
even if it doesn't kill the man, it's going to bounce. And this one from this side.
Is again this way. Look at the footwork. That's the key thing here.
Yeah.
Feet together, pivot, and you whip around.
So you're really using the whole. This looks
body.
To be the most powerful one.
Yeah, that's it. Together, feet together.
Feet together. Okay, it's there and look at that. I killed a melon. Wonderful. Now that's very powerful. But the most famous one, the one I'm familiar with, is the Tajani. You call it?
Tajani. Yeah.
Hey, how do you use it tactically?
Let me show you. Come.
Okay, you need the...
This is formation now. From here. There.
I see.
And
even when they're jostling you about,
yeah.
Look at that, he's like a human gyroscope. There. It's fantastic, it's really stable. And I'm engaged fighting with these people, and you're throwing at my melons, and it's very, very intimidating. So, Chad, this is a demon weapon. I know you can build something quite powerful and flashy, but can you build anything as versatile and as adaptable as this? This is a real challenge for you, my friend.
Give that thing a whale like you mean it.
I'm up for the challenge, but I suspect a plain steel ring won't cut it.
And what I discovered was I couldn't get any repeatability, any accuracy. The rings kept rolling to the left. Just like this little styrofoam ring. Yo.
Now there's a guy who has cracked this particular conundrum. Alan Adler. But my first question is, why do all these discs bang to the left?
It banks to the left. And it's because of gyroscopic precession that it banked to the left. What happened was that the lift was here, but it was spinning. So the effect of gyroscopic precession is that although the lift is trying to lift it up here, it really lifts up here. That's what caused it to bank to the left.
Our disc is flying through the air like a crude wing, but because this disc is spinning, it is subject to gyroscopic precession. And the effect of this phenomenon is that the lift created at the leading edge actually acts at 90 degrees to the leading edge, lifting only one side of the disc, causing the disc to bank or roll.
The situation is entirely different with a ring than it is with a disc. And in the case of a ring, what we've got going is we've got like two airfoils flying one in front of the other. If the ring's moving this way, this is the forward airfoil, and this is the rear airfoil.
But we still get roll because the forward airfoil creates turbulence, spoiling the lift of the rear airfoil, resulting in unequal lift. One side lifts more than the other. The genius of Alan's design, and the reason his rings fly flat, is the technique he used to balance the lift forces. Allen designed an airfoil shape which, when deployed as a spinning ring, spoils the lift of the forward airfoil and improves the lift on the second or following airfoil, which results in equal lift forces.
Well, the way these things are used at short range, aerodynamics doesn't really affect their flight that much. Now, a Chakram, I think, is maybe thrown at a distance of 10 or 15 feet.
Ah, but that's my challenge. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to not achieve a quarter of a mile, but I want to, you know, reach out and touch someone, but from more than 10 feet.
So a disc can be made to generate lift, to actually fly. But the problem is, my discs have got to have some mass to them, some real weight in order to do some damage.
Please correct me if I'm getting any of this wrong. But assuming we can get any lift at all out of a, you know, Chakram with a profile, that lift will increase dramatically with the velocity.
Yeah, velocity squared.
So faster is better, right? And it just keeps ramping on up. So faster always equals better. So what we want to do is fling this thing as fast as we can.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. Not much I can do about the weight. I mean, a razor blade flingy thing of death ain't made out of plastic. I need more lift, and to do that, I need more velocity. And to do that, I'm gonna have to launch these things really fast.
All right.
So it looks like Tim might have found a solution to our Chakram chucking problem.
Morning, Tim. How are you?
Great arrival.
After a little stroll?
Yeah.
So your idea is that we can take one of these clay pigeon chuckers from, you know, trap, skeet, you know, shotgun, glow, you know, clay things up, and adapt it to throwing the Chakram.
I don't know. All I know is that the Chakram is a disc and it's flung somehow.
Right.
And this is the closest analogy I could think of. So this is flinging clay discs. So let's look at the mechanism,
Yeah.
see how it works, maybe get some ideas.
Before we get to work, I think we've got some time to play.
Comes down, right? And pull.
Pull.
Am I keeping score?
Well, that was 0 for 2. I could spend all day here, but you know, we probably ought to actually do some work.
No, I think we should spend all day here.
I think you're right, but all right, let's do 5 minutes actually figuring out how this chucker thing works, and then we'll come shoot.
Yeah,
some
we'll
more.
come back to this.
All right, is that cool? Take 5.
Absolutely.
You know, that's what I didn't understand about. You know, obviously the pigeons, right?
Correct.
Are, you know, they're spinning very rapidly. That's what stabilizes them, just like our Chakram. But I didn't understand what set up that rotation. Can we fire it up and cycle it a couple times?
Absolutely.
The machine doesn't just fling the clays forward. It imparts that all-important spin to stabilize them in flight. It works by a spring-loaded arm projecting the clays forward, but the arm has a rubber coating that grips the clay pigeons as they're being flung. It's the friction between the arm and the clay targets that causes it to spin as it's being flung forward.
All right, fire in a hole.
Oh, I like it. The rate of fire is fairly impressive.
Look at this, Tim. There's a pivot on the side, so this whole assembly can do this.
Yeah.
So I guess that's so you can get the hooky wookies. Oh, I like the hole. All right. So there's only one hole.
It's so it feeds them evenly.
Yeah, it's like a coin counting machine.
Now, let's see what kind of rate of...
That is pretty fast.
Did you bring your credit card?
I think we're done. Look,
Did you bring the ratchet straps to put this on your back?
I did. It's already mobile. It's got a little trailer hitch on it. All right, box it up.
Box it up, we're done.
Wash it up.
You'll take it.
Cool, this is great. I'll just take the skeet shooter and modify it to fling Chakrams. Okay, just one more. I can't leave without hitting at least one.
I'm still in India, and it's time to learn how these weapons were used at extreme close quarters.
So we've seen how it's used in battle, and the thing that strikes me is it's so versatile, so many different ways to use it. But I mean, I don't really see how these small ones are going to be useful on the battlefield.
You'll be surprised, Mike.
Yeah?
Sentries, guards, we take them out with them.
Okay.
Let me show you.
Okay. Here's one of my melon army as a
What
sentry.
we have now here is a guard guarding.
Uh-huh.
So at night time they'll creep up on him silently. Once within range, they'll dash out from behind the bushes, a dagger in one hand. If he doesn't see us, then we just go straight in, hook around neck, kill him there. If, problem is, when he sees us, and that's when we stick it in there, then we go straight in, bang, snap, whatever. So like yourself, it'll be in the head as you get around. So it's in the head, by the time you scream, right? You go here, cut your vocal cords, take your neck here, snap your neck, and right through your throat hard.
That's good. So that's used as a handheld weapon as well?
Handheld weapon. I mean, these...
Now that's a different throw you were using there,
Yes,
isn't it?
definitely.
Was it something like this?
Yeah.
It's there, and it's there.
That's it, go straight in. I'll give you a
good.
dagger. You like a dagger. So you go
And then, yeah, so having surprised him, then I can come in and then I can really finish it off. Very versatile.
Very versatile, Mike.
But what about these ones? That's a chakram as well, isn't it?
It is a form of chakram. It's more self-defense mentality. So if you're facing a opponent who dashes on you with a sword or so on, they quickly take them off. Flail them out like a bunch of cards. Quick, quick here, there, quick, there, quick, there, quick, there, quick.
They look like fun.
If nothing else, I could throw this between the eyes.
Straight between the eyes.
Yeah.
Could you get it off that quick?
Yeah, quick.
Put it on your wrist.
Comes in quick. So here, there, quick.
Yeah, I see, you're too late.
No, but watch. This comes around, hooks around there, snaps the wrist.
I can feel that as a lever. That's a really sharp edge on there, pushing down on my bone.
Yeah.
That's a deadly lever.
Breaks.
There.
Comes across.
Oh yeah, and you breaking my neck and pulling my nose off at the same time.
And breaking your back at the same time as well.
And if you did manage to get it off?
If you take it off, it'd be like a knuckle duster. Bang there, your wrist, elbow will be broken.
That's nasty.
There, be straight through eyes.
So what I need to do is make this flying, flinging razor blade of death into an airplane. Oh yeah, and hopefully find a way to auto-load these things. But my skeet shooter is hardly suitable for the battlefield, so I need to find some way of mounting it so I can aim it in any direction. I'm going to fabricate a mount from this old trailer axle. It's time to transform this pigeon launcher into a bona fide chakram chucking gun. I purchased this skeet launcher, and it's time to turn it into a deadly chakram chucker. The first step is to lower the height of the launch arm. Remember, it's designed for throwing 3/4 inch tall clay pigeons, and my chakram rings are much thinner. Basically, I'm going to subject this device to a phase 2 repurposing program.
I've come here to Patiala, which is the capital of one of the old Sikh kingdoms founded by the Nihang. And looking at those battlements, I can see what an ideal weapon the chakram is. You imagine people trying to scale up there, coming up on ladders. Well, you don't have to poke your head over too far to get them. You can just throw them down. You can see the top of the ladder and just drop them on their head. And it makes me think about the chakram. You need a lot of these things. You need volume. You need a lot of ammunition. So how much work is there in making one, and how much time does it take to produce that? It's got to fly, it's got to have a sharp edge, it's got to be perfectly circular. That seems quite a big deal to me.
I'm in just the right place to find out. They've been making chakrams here in Patiala for centuries.
So I'm here with Harinder Singh, and he's showing me how to make a chakram. Now, his family have been doing this since the 16th century. It's a traditional craft handed down through the generations. He's heated this billet up in the furnace here and gradually curving it round. Miss Akadir? Okay, so I'm going to have a go at this. What, Badir? Okay. Yeah, he said I'm very good. Now, we obviously put that back in the furnace again.
Oh, look, there's some rings cut out.
We're about to find out why this company calls itself Automated Plate. So that would be the plate.
Yep.
And that would be the automated.
The automation, yes. And we specialize pretty much just in laser cutting.
I was knocking these out on my plasma cutter, and you know, it's taking me 10 minutes, 15 minutes per, and all the slag, and it was a mess. And I need about 300 of them.
Man, that is quick. In seconds, we've cut out a couple dozen rings.
See, once you've started the curve, then it really just pushes into this more steeply shelving dish quite quickly and easily. You're bringing it around much, much faster than we were. But it's still a pretty time-consuming process to make a hoop. And when you think of how many tens of thousands an army would need, it's terrifying logistics.
I love it.
That's the way to make a chakram.
Very nice, Jim. Very nice. Now that's what I'm talking about.
One more place to go. I got my chakram rings cut, and now for the airfoil to help these puppies fly.
Well, what about profiling? Can you form, you know, profiles?
Chad, I can't do this for you, but this is what I can do.
Ah, I see what you got.
Makes a little cone out of it.
Plain flat rings don't develop any lift, and we need lift. There's no need for a complex profile like Allen's or Roby's. I think a basic airfoil or wing shape should do the trick.
Nice. Yeah, let's knock out a couple of these. We'll see how these work. And they look like they stack nicely, so they'll feed.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
That's gonna work.
There you go.
Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's really great. I appreciate you knocking these out so
This
fast.
has saved us a lot of time and energy.
So we've got our almost perfect circle. All that has to happen is it needs to be joined. Aha! So he's going to use brass to fuse it together round the join. So he's just putting that into the fire.
Man, in just a few hours, we've made a couple hundred chakrams. But the day's not over yet. We've still got some time to build. Gotta turn this puppy into a chatified, deadly chakram delivery device.
So this is the chucker in the process of being obfuscated. It works in this direction. This is the bottom. And this is the plate that goes on there. So what I need to do is figure out how I'm going to mount the pillow blocks onto the plate in such a way that they don't interfere with the operation of the apparatus.
My chucker mount will be fabricated from this old axle. I need to pan, tilt, aim, fire, kill!
Here's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the heavy base plate which will mount in the back of vehicle X. And here's the rim that you and I wrestled the tire off of yesterday. And this rim will get welded to the base plate.
So I'm now on the other side of the workshop with Mobinder Singh, Harinder Singh's brother, Harinder and Mobinder. And he's showing me how to grind the airfoil. Mobinder, Mirka Sadhya? Yes. Shukriya. So I'm going to have a go at this, and I think I watched him closely enough. But you know, it's taken us, I should think, 30, nearly 40 minutes to get to this stage. And there's still a way to go till I get that shape. It's a very time-consuming business, but it's not hugely skilled. Loads of joy.
Feels like a burden has been lifted off my shoulders. Sweet and dandy. I don't want to crush it too much. Okay.
All right, so now we've got pivot and we've got tilt. Pan, tilt. All right, boom, bang, done, next, out of here. All in favor?
Yep.
The ayes have it.
Almost have it. A few more tweaks. Need to make it fit. Ah, and here we go. Voila! Man. All right, need to get ready for a visit from Mike.
So the Nihangs are packing up. They're moving on. It's time for me to move on. Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm good.
How was your trip?
It was good. It was wonderful. Warmer than here.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, I keep polishing it and the genie keeps not coming out.
India. We're not doing Arabia. Arabian Nights. Wrong show.
Maybe that's why it's not working.
That's why it's not working. What do you got? What have you done?
Well,
You've done
I have
stuff.
a veritable plethora of Objets de Razor. Razor.
Yeah.
Sort of. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I've actually found these smaller ones to work better. With my mechanized system, these seem to work the best. And you'll notice that I did grind a little bit of a profile in there, and it gives it sort of an airfoil shape, which actually helps the lift, which improves my range. So
well, this is most unexpected, because I expect you to go with bigger, heavier, chunkier, more power.
Often I do.
So you have a machine for this, which you're going to get the power with?
Well, force equals mass times acceleration. So you can either have mass with a bigger ring or more acceleration, more velocity. And I do. And it is right here.
It looks wonderful. How does it work?
I don't know. I haven't quite figured that out yet.
It's good to sit on and sing around.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And it,
I get you.
Yep.
So,
magazine. So I can load up to about 100 of these.
Which saves you having a very tall turbine.
Indeed. Here is a 12-volt motor, right? It's a gear motor, so it spins really slowly. And when I turn it on, it brings this around, and this is now spring-loaded under incredibly high spring tension. And when I push the trigger, it releases the mechanism, allowing the arm to fling around. And ka-fling! And I got a pretty significant rate of fire, as you can see.
You really have. That's like they use shooting the clays for skeet shooting.
Exactly. I modified it maybe a little. And in case it gets dark outside, I can always hit you with the headlights.
I usually have to find my own light. Now you can find me. That's great. Now, that is wonderful. Very Chad. But how are you going to run around the battlefield with that on your back?
Oh, I have an elephant out back.
Oh, you do? I'm not even going to ask. Okay. So you think you've got the mobility, you think you've got the versatility, that you can do any range, get around the battlefield.
I can guarantee I've got some mobility.
Well, you have 48 hours to finish your tweaks and polishes. I am going to go and set up a course. I will see you on the testing field.
I'll see you there, only without my bells.
Take care.
Take care, Mike. Have a good day. All right.
Need to make sure this thing works. First time, every time. Gotta meet that challenge.
All right, so we've got our trusty high-speed camera up here ready to go, and we're about to get its lens dirty again with some melons. And what else you got for me, Tim?
We got a bag of tricks.
A bag
We'll
of
see,
tricks.
But don't try this at home, children.
Or adults either, for that matter. Because remember, we've got combined 1 year of experience, which keeps us safe.
All right, ready to go.
All right, are you loaded?
Okay, exactly where I want to be.
Fire in the hole. Wow.
So much for my pins.
Well, that's fun. Let's do that again.
Good.
Okay. Sorry. Trying to have some fun? Wait, you're doing it all.
Yeah. I'm doing
Fine,
it
you do it. I want to watch.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Right through the middle. Didn't even cut the side.
Look at that, look at that, look at that.
That
It went
side's
clean
intact.
through the middle.
Right through the middle.
And this right here, this is just a split.
It's
Here.
like butter, baby.
Can you see this?
Butter.
Look at that right there.
One shot was pretty good. The goal here is repeatability. So set them up. I'm ready. Bring it on. My devious device, the Chad Trucker, is complete. Now, where did I put my elephant?
Is that the way you're supposed to drive that thing?
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Probably about right. Okay, stand it up. Stand it up. Okay.
Brilliant.
Just for safety, I'm going to take a load strap, a ratchet strap, and I'm going to strap the bed down to the chassis. In other words, I'm going to deactivate the dump. This is already cantilevered past the hinge point, which is about here. And I don't want it dumping me, so safety first.
Goodness me. What have you got here?
Good morning, Mike.
Good morning.
Now, wait a second. I'm pretty sure that that's a horse, not an elephant.
Yeah, and that is clearly your mechanized elephant.
It is.
It's very wonderful. But, isn't there something missing? Little round
Oh,
thing?
the little, yeah, the chucker part.
Yeah, I mean, elephant's wonderful, but I came to see some...
We've got a surprise for you. Come here, check this out.
Uh-huh.
You wanna have a look under the hood?
Uh-huh. Ah, machine.
Indeed.
Got lots of electrical gizmos on here. I've seen the flippy arm in your workshop, but does it actually throw things, and can it hit anything?
It was the other day. It was...
Well, I have a target over there. I am going to mark out 50 paces from there.
Okay.
Bring your elephant to me, and I want to see you hit that thing.
Okay.
Let's do it. Come on! It's getting a good bit colder out here while you're feeding your elephant or whatever you're doing to it. Okay, 50 paces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35, 36, 48, 49, 50. Bring her in! 50 paces. That's the challenge. I want to see what this puppy does. You look great. You look like the rear gunner in a Lancaster bomber. Okay, show me.
Alrighty.
Whoa. Spot on for range.
Yeah.
You just need to curl that in. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
All right, I got it dialed in now. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and another one. That is a seriously impressive machine. And another one. This is relentless. Yes!
There we go.
Enough, enough. That is absolutely fantastic.
Thanks.
I mean, I asked you to build me a Chakram that was better. It's got that range easily. You've got much more range than you would ever need on a battlefield with this sort of weapon.
Right.
But it's consistent.
It is. Once you get it sort of locked off, it's just like thunk, thunk, thunk.
And that is so intimidating, and that's its job. It's an intimidating weapon to keep the enemy pinned down, and you've got that going at them. So really, mission accomplished. This is a superlative machine.
Thank you.
A fantastic Chakram chucker.
That's what we call it. We call it the chucker.
There you go. Now, when I was at the workshop with you, you said it was going to be mobile, and clearly it is very mobile on a battlefield, but I thought I need to really test how mobile and how quickly can you range into targets on the move, so I have designed a little course.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to go around it on the horse,
Okay.
and I want to see if you can beat my time and beat my score.
We'll follow you on the horse and meet you at the course.
See you in a minute.
All right. Elephant chairs! Advance!
I've set up a variety of different targets, balloons, melons and mannequins. The real challenge is not only going to be accuracy, but also manoeuvring through this forested terrain at battle speed. I'm pretty confident that my horse will be able to manage it, but I'm not sure about Chad's elephant.
So there's the course. What do you think of it?
I think it's, some of these turns are going to be fairly tight for me. I think I'll get them around them.
You can kind of do turny things on this.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to have any trouble with the targets.
Well, obviously, it's a test of accuracy. It's not a test of gator versus horse. But what I want to see is I want to see how quickly you can range and aim under battlefield conditions. So time is a factor.
Okay.
So I'm going to ride it on the horse first. I'm going to try and push through and try my luck at hitting.
Yep.
But that time will be your benchmark.
Okay.
So you'll get some credits for the extra hits you get, but I'm not going to tell you what they are. So you have got to make a judgment of how much you dare pause.
A tactical decision.
A tactical decision.
I love tactical decisions.
And you won't know. So, got a watch?
I do have a watch.
I'm going to start out there. When I pass those blue flags, it's a go. I will call stop when I cross the finishing line.
Okay, let me set it up. All right,
okay. May the best man win. Ha!
Just man.
One. Oh, just missed. Yes!
Hey! Nice shot!
Good girl, get up. Ah! Stop the clock.
Got it! I almost missed the stopwatch at the end, but I got it.
How'd I do?
It's about 37 seconds.
37.
Yeah, 37. That
Okay.
last corner right there is going to be tight for me. I'm worried about that
It's
one.
going to be tight for you, that's
Yeah.
for sure. Quick walk through with Tim.
Okay.
Plan your course. 37 seconds is the benchmark.
I'm hoping for the credit for the accuracy.
Okay.
Okay, let me go get ready.
Go for it, floor it. Through the gate. Go.
Oh, I'm good. Go.
The whole thing's falling apart. A major seating malfunction. He's hanging in there.
Hey, swing! Here we go, round again.
Things are not looking good for Chad. He seems to be losing control of his machine.
Whoa, it's getting out there. Hurry on, oh!
And is really struggling to complete the course.
I got it.
This is a lot slower than my time, I have to say.
Okay, I see him.
There we go. Get it, all right. Next one, dead ahead.
And missed that one.
This isn't going well, and my machine can't handle this terrain. The whole thing is falling apart.
Differential lock, Tim. Differential lock. Go. Oh my God. All right. Put a fork in me. I'm done. I don't know, Tim. It's not the beach for this world.
I don't know. It was a valiant effort.
Maybe on the open field.
There were some good ideas and there were some bad ideas.
I think I'm returning on my shield, not with it.
Yeah, well,
Let's go find Mike.
Well, I think you did pretty well. That was a good job. So
You were able to knock off 2 targets, as was I, but you took much longer to complete the course.
should we call it a draw?
I'm in. Thanks.
But the machine is superb. That range out there, that accuracy, that thunk, that does its job. This was just a bit of fun. This is a draw, but you are mission accomplished.
Thanks, Mike. I just got one question after you get that thing out of the mud. What's next?
The Time team investigates a remarkable man-made island from the Dark Ages, a veritable fortress in the lake, next on Knowledge. And comedian Robert Llewellyn asks how do they do it when he extracts the magic from the mundane of objects we take for granted on Discovery.